This is someone's first impression of me. Wilson. I thought his actual name was Willie. Why do all Nijisanji women bully him? And not me. Can he move over? Is that really someone's actual impression of me? First of all, I'm not bullied by every woman in Niji. Okay, that's not true. Okay? I can vibe with Madeline just fine and have a friendly, normal conversation. Most of the time, we're chill. Sometimes she'll threaten me by drawing me in a certain way, but it's rare. Me and Scarla are chill. Actually, No, me and Clara were chill. I think she did it one time, and then she never did it again. Twisty is twisty, so that's not gonna... I mean, that's towards every guy in EN. So I think I'm free. Me and Kutoka are chill. Me and Meloko are chill. Petra, no. Petra's literally picking fights with me when I'm not even doing anything, so forget that. Rosemi, it's like a 50-50. If it's not me, it's Sunny Briscoe. So that's out of the way too. Do I need to say anything about Etheria? No, I don't. That's a given. I don't need to say anything about Lazulite. I would say I'm like chill with like half the girls in EN don't pick fights with me, so I'm good. The other half, I say one word and I'm strangled. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the boys in EN. Wait, let's see who's chill with me. Let me go from like top to bottom, like wave wise. Shuyamino. I think 70% of the time, maybe 80% of the time, me and Shu are on really good terms, and he doesn't gang up on me. So me and Shu, most of the time, like 80, maybe 90% of the time, we're good. Luca, he messes with everyone. So that's not... Vox, 50-50, I think. I think it's 50-50. Sunny Briscoe, 50-50. Maybe 60-40. 60% will not mess with me. 40% will mess with me. Albin Knox. I don't think Albin ever messes with me. I think it's a 90% doesn't mess with me, 10% messes with me. Okay, yeah, I know some ones, haha. Uki, 70% messes with me, 30% doesn't mess with me. Ren, 0% messes with you, no matter what. Yeah, no, impossible. Aster, also 0%, we're good. Doppio. Doppio's 50-50, I think. 30% of the time, Doppio will mess with me. 70% of the time, he won't. Ver, 20% for Doppio, for Ver. Sorry, 30-70. For Ver, it's like 20% will mess with me, 80% will, like, won't mess with me. What did Ver do? I feel like there's people that, like, will join in if others are doing it. You know what I mean? If we're, like, in a big group call and I don't say anything, it's like, okay, someone say something mean about someone for jokes. And Petra will go like, oh, can I say something about Wilson? And then someone else goes, oh, yeah, let's say something about Wilson. Yeah, let's bring up Wilson. And then some others will, like, join in that way. You know what I mean? I feel like Ver's one of those. Which I don't care, by the way, just so you know. I think it's funny. They add to the fire, pretty much. But it's not all that often. Ventricle Bringer, 90% will mess with me, 10% won't mess with me. Like, even when I'm not even doing anything, it will happen. Zali, 10% will mess with me, 90% won't mess with me. He's like the opposite of Vanta. It's really rare when Zali messes with me. It's really, really rare. Yeah, it's like a perfect balance with Vanta and Zali, you know? Claude. He's been more chill lately, but in the past, I would say like last year, he would join in more often. Let's make fun of Willie moments. But I think lately, not that much. I think he's changed a little bit the way he treats me. A little bit. Not that much though. Ryoma, I can only think of one instance. It was when we did a fast food sim. That's the only time I can even think about it. Other than that, never. That's it. Yeah. You shut the frick up. By the beat, we're chill. They're too new, you know? They're too afraid to do it. Eventually, I'm gonna push their buttons, and then they're gonna start doing it. For now, they're too new. They don't know the limits yet, you know? But eventually, I'm gonna start pushing their buttons, and then one day, maybe they're gonna do it back. But for now, it's chill. Maybe in like 6 months, yeah. We'll break first. I don't know. Maybe Frio. I can see Frio being like, all right, Wilson. That's it. Calyx? No, Calyx is last on the list. Say he's here. Happy Short King week. Okay, you're getting a timeout for 10 seconds. Okay. Anyway. Never mind. Calyx is first. For 1 second. Yes, he got timed out for 1 second. That'll teach him. Anyway. Yeah, well, we'll see how Bite a Beat ends up later in a couple months on that list. Who acts the friendliest with me? You know, that's a good question. Zally's definitely up there. Zally's like immune to my tactics. Maybe Zally Meditating would be like up there, like in terms of like we never fight ever. Ren too. It's probably Zally Meditating, Ren. Shu, no. Shu's like definitely in the higher tier of like people that don't mess with me, but he's not top tier. Shu has had his moments where he has messed with me, and that's perfectly fine. It just doesn't happen all that much. He's probably top 5. Clara, ooh, yeah. Clara's probably number 4 or 3, I don't know. But, you know, there's some members that I have not interacted with too much, you know, in Eon. So it's kind of hard to say sometimes. There's definitely, like, you know, people in Eon that I interact with the most. You know, Zally, Vanta up there for sure. Like, the Claude is also there, of course. Vox is up there. Shu's up there. Luca recently has been really getting up there, too. You know, there's just a group of people in Eon in general that I've talked to more, you know, it's just how it is.